everyone, my name is Donovan, and tonight I'm excited to share with you a pair of true wireless earbuds that you can pick up for under $17. And at that price, you would think immediately that they must suck, but in fact, these are really excellent true wireless earbuds, especially for that price point. And I would say they're very comparable to a lot of $40 and $50 true wireless earbuds that I've reviewed in the past. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. But first, let me just go ahead and show you that you can pick them up on Amazon for under $17, and then there is a 9% off coupon code, which actually brings them down to around $15.50, and pretty fantastic deal. So I'll leave that link down in the description if you're interested in checking them out. They are from a company called Temeaye, I think is how you say that. I'm not really sure, but these are the T03s, so that's what we're looking for. And again, that link will be directly down in the description of the video. So these are true wireless earbuds, so of course you're not going to have a wire running between the two earbuds, and of course they do come with a charging case like most other true wireless earbuds. And on the back of the charging case we have our port for charging them. It is going to use micro USB, unfortunately, so not Type-C, but that's becoming more and more common. But at $17 you probably wouldn't expect that. And then they just have a few other things on there, nothing fancy to let you know anything about them, but these do have a 450 milliamp hour battery. Each earbud has a 50 milliamp hour battery, and so total you're getting about 4 extra charges in the case. And you can see there's some LEDs there to let you know how much charge is left in the charging case. That's really the only purpose for this button. That's just going to light up the LEDs, and yeah, again, it's going to let you know how much battery life is left here. So every LED indicates 25%. When you plug in the earbuds, which I'm not going to do right now, they do magnetize in there. They are going to be red. There's a little LED here that will be red when they're charging, and then when they're fully charged they will be blue. So that is how the charging case works. So I'm going to have to go ahead and set that to the side. It does come with this little microfiber sleeve here, so not really sure if you'll ever need it, but it's there if you ever want it. It does come with the user manual and then 3 different ear size tips. So there's a large one, a small one, and then the default ones that they come with are the medium ones. Probably the large ones would work best for me, but I'm using them with the medium ones, and they've been just fine. You get a lot of passive noise isolation because they do sit relatively deep into your ear. But one thing you will notice is that they are a fairly plain pair of true wireless earbuds. They're certainly not going to look fancy. I don't think anyone's going to be impressed by these in your ear. However, if you don't really care about what people think about how they look or anything like that, honestly, these really do the trick, and they're only, like $15.50, which is pretty fantastic. You can see there's a little multifunction button here. There's a little LED that's going to, of course, tell you when it's blinking blue like this. It tells you that they're connected. Then we do have a microphone on both of them, and we'll talk more about that phone call quality in just a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the features they mentioned here on the back. So first of all, they're using Bluetooth 5.0. So by far, this is one of the cheapest pair of true wireless earbuds with Bluetooth 5.0 that I've ever reviewed. We have a sweat-proof design. They are IP5 water resistant, so that means you can sweat on them. They can get a little bit of rain on them, no problem. Just don't go swimming with them because they're definitely not 100% waterproof. We have stereo sound for music, and like I mentioned, we'll talk more about phone calls because you actually don't get stereo sound for phone calls. It is just a single earbud for phone calls. We have a built-in mic, of course, and I mentioned there's built-in mics on both of them. I've used them for multiple phone calls, and they sound pretty darn good. They work well as long as you're in a relatively quiet environment. And then down here we have our Playtime. So about 4.5 hours is what they say for play and talk time here. And in general, I would say that's pretty darn accurate to what I've been getting. I've been getting around 4.5. I don't get the 5 hours that they mention, and I've gotten as low as 4 hours if I do a lot of talking on them. But that's just a little, probably more than you'll actually need, because again, when you plug them into the case, they'll automatically start charging up, and you get 4 full charges out of the case, and actually a little bit more than 4 full charges out of the case. So about total of 16 hours to 18 hours of full battery life once you consider how much battery life you get in the earbuds and the case. So we have a wireless range of 33 feet. That's what they advertise. I'm actually getting more like 50 feet. Even with a couple walls in between, I can get around 50 feet. I don't think you really care about the size, but built-in battery of 50 milliamp hours. And then we do have the multifunction button. So a single button or single press of the multifunction button gives play pause. We have, they just mentioned the microphone there. 2 times. If you press the multifunction button twice, you get track forward, track backward is 3 times, and that's about it. And then if you long press them, you can turn them off as well. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about all the features that you care about. So sound quality. So obviously sound quality is going to be important, and you'd expect at the price point $15.50 that the sound quality wouldn't be that great, and I'm here to tell you that that is definitely not true here. Sound quality is actually pretty darn good. I would give them like a 4.2 out of 5. I would actually compare them to like Apple AirPods. I would say these are just as good as Apple AirPods. In fact, they might even be a little bit better because they have a little bit more bass to them than what you get with the Apple AirPods. But overall, the sound signature is not bad at all. A whole lot better than I would have expected from a pair of $15 true wireless earbuds. So that is definitely a thumbs up. We already mentioned the battery life. Connectivity is very good. I've not had any circumstances where they've ever disconnected from each other. So that's awesome. The one thing that I would say is probably the biggest negative for me with these true wireless earbuds is the phone calls. And the phone call quality actually isn't bad, but the negative here is that typically with the newer Bluetooth 5.0 earbuds, so you can see here they're using Bluetooth 5.0. Now typically you would get dual or you'd get stereo phone calls, but with these you only get in a single earbud for phone calls. So it depends on which one you make your main and secondary earbud. So for me, the left earbud is the main earbud, and unfortunately you only get sound through the left earbud or the right earbud, depending on which one is the main one, for phone calls. So the negative there is that you can use a single earbud at a time. So for me, because the left earbud is my main one, that's the one I have to use for my main earbud. So if I'm driving and I just want to be able to hear surroundings, but I still want to be able to listen to music or make phone calls, I have to have the left earbud in my ear because that's the main one. And unfortunately, that's the only one you're going to get phone calls through, or you can choose to make the right earbud the main one. But either way, you're only going to get phone calls through one. So that's probably the biggest negative. Outside of that, they get good battery life, or at least decent battery life. 4.5 hours to 5 hours of battery life is really good. And then the sound quality is great. And I mean, what else can you ask for from true wireless earbuds? That's really all you need, and these are only $15.50. So definitely check them out in the links down below. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If there's anything I've forgotten to answer, let me know down in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.